Persona 5S, Persona 5R, Persona 5 the Royal, Persona 5 Scramble, the Stryker. I have to admit, I'm completely blown away by the Persona 5, the Scramble the Stryker concept. Phantom Stryker? I don't know, probably saying it wrong. Anyway, so we got a Switch game with the Persona characters, and it's almost like a Dynasty Warriors beat 'em up. They did it with Zelda in the past. They did it with Fire Emblem, which when they did it with Fire Emblem, I couldn't really get the concept. When they did it with Zelda, it kind of was like, okay. I mean, it's a Nintendo favorite, action adventure game. We could see this. Fire Emblem, you took a strategy RPG and you turned it into a Dynasty Warriors game. Did not make sense. Not whatsoever. Now, maybe if they did it to get down the new graphical achievements so that this way they can they can just swap out those graphics for that huge battle system that we're going to be seeing in the new Fire Emblem game coming out for Switch in July. That's an actual Fire Emblem game. That kind of makes sense. Maybe they needed to kind of make the character designs ahead of time and just make it a simple, cash grab, since Fire Emblem's been doing well. But that probably helps with them coordinating the actual game, because it looks like in the new one, it's going to be, it's going to show multiple people per avatar. So when you go into a fight, you're also going to have warriors around you. So it could have been just for the view, could have been just for the graphical intake. I mean, that kind of makes sense. But for Persona, I'm really confused, because from what I saw in the gameplay trailer, it doesn't look like there's a persona involved. It looked more like you're going around, and then again, I haven't seen too much of this, but it looks like you're just going around beating up, Pyro Jacks and stuff. Actually, no, that's not true. From what I saw, it looks like you're fighting the guards in different palaces. I mean, I'm sure they'll have some demons on that side, but I just don't understand the concept of really using personas in a beat-em-up game like that. I'm wondering what the RPG element is going to be, and if there's going to be one. Because if there's not, then it's literally a cash grab. They know how much everyone's obsessed with Persona 5, and they know that people will pay to see Joker do exactly what they made Link do, and exactly what they made everyone else in Fire Emblem do. They know that that's going to be a moneymaker. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, you're kind of getting just palette swapped. If you're not a big fan of those Dynasty Warrior games, which, if you are, that's fine. But if you're not, why would you buy this other than the idea that it's a Persona title? And that's really where I think Atlas is just going for a cash grab, which is, look, last thing I want is for them not to make money, because God knows I'm sitting here waiting for Shin Megami Tensei 5, hoping I live long enough to see it come out. It's taken so long. That's obviously a joke, but I mean, it's been over two and a half years since they announced it for the Switch. I literally bought a Switch for Shin Megami Tensei 5, assuming this was going to come out. So, disappointed on that. So yeah, I'd like to see them make as much money as possible. But, in retrospect, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, alright, so we had an opportunity to have two different Persona options come out. Now, I guess, am I happy that this isn't like a dance game? Sure. Am I happy it's not going to be rhythm-based or something like Fire Emblem Verse or Mirage Tokyo Sessions, whatever that was? And, yeah, I'm excited about that. But I can tell you for a fact I'm not excited. I'm not excited to get a Hyrule Warriors based palette swap. That's not exciting, and probably won't be buying that unless I see some gameplay footage that has heavy RPG elements or something that brings it back to the roots of Persona / Shin Megami Tensei. Otherwise it just seems like a waste of money. So disappointed on that. I was happy about the Persona 5R, though, the Royal. That looks like it's going to be some fun stuff. I mean, if there's really going to be a lot of added content, that's great. If they do the FES and they do an epilogue, except it isn't just a, kind of a grind fest of nothingness. You know what, though? I take that back. I actually didn't hate the answer. I kind of had fun. But it was kind of just extra grinding. There wasn't a lot to it. But if they can add some more to this, to Persona 5, which is already a top game, seems like they have a massive amount of content that they're adding. I mean, that's a great value deal. And I've already bought Persona 5. And I'd be willing to throw my money at Atlas again in order to get all this new content. Now, I would have preferred maybe they made a whole new kind of addition to this game. Like maybe they did Shin Megami Tensei 4, Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse kind of thing. That would have been better. But maybe that's what, we don't fully know what this is yet. So maybe there is some of that to this. We don't really know yet. So I don't want to just assume that it's anything other than that. But from what we've read and leaks and things like that, it looks like this is going to be your generic Persona 5 style of Persona 3 FES or Persona 4 Golden. If I were to guess, that's exactly what this is going to be. I would be more enthralled, obviously, if they take the liberty to do a lot more, though. Golden, FES really had an addition. Golden just felt more like, let's add a few extra characters and a little bit more capabilities of going out at night. It didn't feel like there was much more to it. And let's make what was the girl's name? Chie sound really weird. From her Persona 4 original to Persona 4 the Golden. Sounds like a weird voiceover choice. Really strange. I can't tell if she's I don't know. I'm not going to go and make fun of the voice actress. That just sounds like the idea and concept she had there was to make her sound a little bit like handicapped compared to the original. Anyway, point being, I would say in this battle, because at some point people were saying, oh, this is going to be crazy, 2 different games. Before they thought it was a Persona 5 Switch game, people were saying, oh, it's going to be Persona R versus Persona S. Oh, we're going to see some kind of battle between the two, or it's going to be something like Pokemon Blue versus Red, or X versus Y. We're going to have R versus S. And I was confused by that, because I was like, how? Persona's not exactly SMT. This isn't about demon collecting as it is about Persona creating. So it's a different kind of concept. I would have been excited to see Persona S or Persona 5S be something a little different. But you know what? It's great that we're getting more Persona content. Even though I will not most likely be getting Persona 5S, I can tell you that I will be getting Persona 5R. Incredible, incredible trailer. Not one that we didn't kind of expect, but Persona 5S, that was literally unexpected. I would never have thought that we were going to get a game about that on the basis of Dynasty Warriors in the SMT universe. Really strange stuff. I personally, I would have rather them have created a game that was like Raidou versus the Soulless Army or something like that. I forget which one is the second Raidou game, but the second one where you have a couple of 2 demons at a time to assist you in a kind of hack and slash, but not really. You can't just keep mashing the button, but you have your little 3 or 4 hit combo. It was fun. And that I could have enjoyed. That I would have enjoyed, in fact. Something like that, but obviously not on PS2, on PS4, upgraded, great battle system, really revamped. That would have been a lot of fun. So, I don't know, guys. You tell me what you think. Are you disappointed with Persona 5S? Are you excited about Persona 5R? Is it the other way around? Are you only disappointed with Persona 5S because it's not the Persona game on Switch? And when you think about it, could you really release Persona 5 on Switch if you have 5R on PS4? Why would anybody do that? I mean, unless you just don't own a PS4, I guess. But then why wouldn't they just release 5R on the Switch? I mean, it'd be like having an option to get the incomplete version. That just sounds foolish and like a waste and kind of a slap in the face if it did come to Switch. Anyway, yep, like, comment, subscribe, and please certainly question my sensibilities here and argue with me. I enjoy debates. All right, this is Jay from the Douchebag Brigade, and I'm out.